The morning sun slips through the glass doors of a grocery store, spilling light across the polished floors and shelves lined with color. You grab a cart, move past the fruit, past the milk, and stop at the familiar spot, the egg cooler. You reach for a carton, but something catches your eye, the price tag. You stare for a moment, then look again. It's higher than it was last week, higher than last month. Somehow, something so ordinary has become a quiet symbol of how expensive life has become. It's easy to think that eggs just got expensive, but the real story is deeper, more tangled, and more fragile than the shell itself. Because the price of an egg is more than just the number printed on a sticker. It's the sum of every problem our economy is facing. Rolled into one small carton, it all begins where every egg does on a farm, a place where millions of hens rise with the sun, clucking softly in long rows of coops, laying the foundation for our breakfasts and our bakeries. For decades, egg farming has been one of the most stable parts of agriculture. People eat eggs every day, demand barely changes. Supply, for the most part, kept up. But then came the storm no one expected, bird flu, across North America, Europe, and parts of Asia. The highly pathogenic avian influenza swept through poultry farms like wildfire. Entire flocks were wiped out. Millions of laying hens were destroyed in an effort to stop the spread. In a single season, the world lost tens of millions of eggs a day. And the thing about hens is, they don't grow back overnight. It takes months to raise a new generation to maturity. The eggshells might empty in a week, but rebuilding takes half a year or more. That's where the first crack in the price began. While farmers were fighting disease, another crisis was brewing in the background: the cost of feed. Every hen eats a steady diet of corn, soy, and wheat. But global weather patterns, droughts, fertilizer shortages, and geopolitical conflicts have driven up grain prices dramatically. Feed is the largest cost in egg production. When the price of corn rises, eggs follow. It's that simple and that brutal. Then came fuel. Trucks run on diesel, barns run on heat, and tractors run on power. When fuel prices jump, every step in the chain becomes more expensive. The grain that feeds the hens costs more to transport. The eggs cost more to haul to processing plants. Even the cardboard cartons that hold them have risen in price because they're made from paper and shipped across the same fuel-burning networks. The price of an egg isn't just about chickens. It's about oil, corn, cardboard, and the cost of moving things around a restless planet. Meanwhile, the world outside the farm wasn't standing still. Inflation hit nearly everything: wages, packaging, electricity, rent. Transportation companies faced driver shortages, maintenance costs soared, and grocery stores started paying more just to keep the lights on. Every business in the chain passed those increases forward. By the time that carton reaches your cart, it's already been inflated by a dozen small pressures that each seem insignificant on their own, but together they add up to a price that surprises everyone. And then there's the system itself. In many countries, eggs are produced under what's called supply management. That means there are quotas controlling how many eggs farmers can produce and tariffs that keep foreign eggs out. The system was built to protect local farmers from price crashes and cheap imports, and for decades it worked. But protection has a cost. When the global market is shocked, like during disease outbreaks or feed shortages, the limited supply can expand quickly. Prices rise, and they tend to stay high longer. The goal was stability, but stability can sometimes look like stagnation when the world around it is changing faster than expected. Then there's another layer: the size of the industry. A handful of large companies now control much of the world's egg production. Consolidation has made production efficient, but also fragile. When a major company loses a flock, the shortage hits harder, and with fewer competitors, prices can move faster and stay elevated longer. It's not necessarily greed, it's power dynamics. When a few firms hold the levers, the entire market dances to their tune. And through all of this, there's the quiet, invisible weight of inflation. The one factor that never headlines the news, but is felt by everyone. It's not just eggs, it's everything. The farmer's electricity bill is higher, the trucker's insurance went up, the grocery clerk's wages had to rise just to keep up with rent. The cost of living seeps into every egg laid and every carton stacked. It's like a tide that keeps rising slowly, steadily, lifting all prices whether we want them to or not. So when you stand there looking at that carton, You're not seeing a single cause, you're seeing a network of them. You're seeing a world still recovering from pandemic shocks, from supply chain chaos, from disease and drought and fuel prices and inflation. You're seeing the entire global economy shrink wrapped into one little dozen pack on a refrigerator shelf. And the truth is, it's not just about eggs. It's a story about how fragile our food system really is. When one part breaks, even something as small as a bird flu outbreak or a fuel shortage, the ripples reach all the way to our breakfast tables. Every scrambled egg, every loaf of bread, every carton in a store tells a story about the unseen complexity behind simple food. Will egg prices ever come down? Maybe a little. As flocks recover and feed costs ease, some pressure will fade. But the days of dirt cheap eggs might be gone for good. Like housing, fuel, or lumber, the VE found a new balance, one that reflects the real cost of producing food in a more expensive world. Even now, farmers are investing in biosecurity, better housing, and insurance to prevent the next wave of losses. Those safeguards come at a price, but they re the only way to keep eggs on shelves at all. So next time you crack an egg into a pan, take a second to think about where it came from, the grain that fed it, the truck that moved it, the worker that packed it, the farmer who protected it, and the delicate system that connects all of it to your kitchen. The humble egg hasn't changed much in thousands of years, but the world around it has, and that's why it costs more. Because when you buy a carton of eggs today, you're not just paying for breakfast. You're paying for the story of how our economy feeds itself, one fragile shell at a time. Hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss the next story, where we uncover more of the hidden. Industries quietly powering the backbone of our economy.